Okay. So, as part of the current story, the check marks, resolving the check marks on legal and partner agreements, Rajendra, like we have to resolve all the check mark issues that's currently there. Um, I'll tell you like what is that check marks and where we can find, and then I can let you know like what are the things we have to resolve, what are the items that we have to resolve. So,
Okay.
firstly, like whenever we deploy our changes from one org to other, for example, from dev to QA, something like that, we use this one deploy DX for now, right? So this whenever you deploy through Jenkins using this build with parameters, you will add all the parameters and then you use to deploy to QA. So at that point, whenever the Jenkins build is triggered, you will be um, seeing that check marks report generated for that. Say for example, this is the build which got success, and then here you'll be able to find the left side. You'll be able to find the check marks report PDF.
Okay.
So for each and every Jenkins build, like whenever it is getting triggered, this report will be generated. And this checkbox is nothing but a kind of plugin. And then what it does, it automatically it scans the code that whatever we push it to from one org to other. So it will automatically scan for any security vulnerabilities. If there is any code flaws and all, it will identify and it will let us know, and it is based on the it will provide us the result summary. One minute, I will open our check marks report. You can search it with result summary. It will provide the whole list, like how many vulnerabilities and what type of vulnerability is this, and how many times it is occurred, and the severity of it. So it is the severity is divided into four, and here we can omit this low and information, but then we have to really take care of this high and medium issues. So
Okay.
whenever UAT deployment is happening, what they'll do is they will check for the we'll be creating a release branch, right, for our project. So what will happen in that release, we have to run that release branch as a whole, because as a whole, like you will push some changes, and people in our team, they used to push some changes, so all will be put together in the release branch finally. And in the so what we'll do, rather than going member by member, person by person, they will take that release branch and they will run, and then see if there is any vulnerability. And once if they confirm that there are no high vulnerabilities in the code, then only they will be it will be allowed to push to production. So that is what the process is, and it is advised to fix all the medium issues as well.
Okay.
So like high issues, they will not even I mean, we have to resolve it only, then it will be allowed. Medium issues we have to do, but then there are few things which are open still. So that is what we are going to resolve all these issues. A non-exploitable in the sense, we are going to make this as false positive, or we are going to fix this that code. If you fix that code means automatically this to verify will become zero. To verify in the sense, these are the 43 issues that we have to fix it, and these 70 or something that we all I mean that is part of medium issue, but then we fixed it or we marked as false positive. It means it is not a big issue, something we have to give them the explanation, like why it is marked, I mean why this issue has come, and what is the reason we have to provide to make it false positive. So that is what we have to do. And so what you can do in order to check like how many issues are there, you can use, this is the URL I can send you. In this URL you can it is same like one deploy DX only. You have to click on build with parameters, and then you have to give all the details. Here there will not be many. because you're not going to deploy. This URL is particularly for checking the check marks alone, not deployment kind of. So no code will be deployed from one to one org. You can just, what you can do, GitHub Orgus IT and the repo. Say for example, we are going to fix all the issues in legal agreements. So we'll be taking care of legal and partner agreements. So first you add the repo name here, legal agreements. You know, right, like where you can get that repo name and all.
Hmm.
The Git you can get the actual name.
Yes.
Huh. This is the name, App Store legal agreements. And then branch. So usually whenever you deploy from one org to other, you have to take care of the check marks issues. Okay. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, it's already few changes are moved and still that issue is there. Existing issues are still there. So at that time, for now, as per for the story, what you can do, either you can use this develop branch where all the changes are there, or and usually before the release we have to uh, add the release branch here.
Yes.
Currently, the release branch is 250.store.3, right? So you can see like what branch in what is the name of the branch in the legal applications, okay. So here, this is the branch release 250.store.3. So if you wanted to check before the deployment, if you wanted to check in this branch in the under this report, like do we what how many issues are there, if you wanted to check, you can run like this. For our story, no work item in the current sprint, what you can do, you can run with branch develop, because this release is already done, right?
Hmm.
So, and there are few changes that is we push to develop already, and that is part of 250.store.4, but still we didn't create that release branch for store.4 and all. So all the changes are there in develop, which are going for the next release. So what you can do, you can give develop,
Okay.
and then you give your email id so that that report will be generated and it will be sent to you, and you can just build it, run it,
Hmm.
and you will receive this kind of report. And just see, since you are running with develop, no, there are chances like other classes might also come up
Hmm.
like this. So what you can do, you can check for this llama file, I mean class name prefixed with llama alone, you can just fix.
Hmm.
Okay. So, and then it's not 60 issues in Llama event request processor, because it consists of to verify, non-exploitable, everything. So non-exploitable means already it's been fixed.
Okay.
Only thing you wanted to concentrate is on the 43 items.
Okay.
So what you can do, simply you can go down, scan result details. In detail, they would have been mentioned. So this is the first one. On the vulnerabilities on the FLS create side. So severity is medium. That means we have to fix this medium issue, right? So okay, and the result status to verify. It means this has to be fixed. Non-exploitable means if it's already done, you need not worry on that. But
Okay.
to verify in the sense, it's has to be fixed, and you have to see which line number it is and all.
Hmm.
And this is LM dynamic. We can leave this. No, this is non-exploitable. This is also non-exploitable. So just see where is to verify. Mostly it's marked, but there are 43, right? Ah, so medium issue, result status to verify, and it is on the which class Llama automation util. The line number is mentioned, and the reason also they will be giving like what is the issue. Reason, not reason. What is the issue? We are not checking the user whether they are authorized or not. Without that, we are assigning something to your ID to this global company, something like that. So what you can do, we have a sheet for that. I'll share you this sheet. Okay. So I have added the date and the release and all. This is not dot three, dot four. Okay. From here, you can add the issue name like FLS create, what is the severity and all. Okay. And under Llama means mostly it will be like since it is the llama's automated process, right? So mostly it will be like false positive only, but then you have to check what kind of issue it is and all, and you can provide the reason. And already there are few issues which has been marked as false positive. False. Okay, so all the issues you can take and put, and you can add the reason like this. If you see here, it is invoked by automated process as a subscription logic for a platform event. And so that code is not exposed to any users and all, right? So we need not authorize that user. So that's what you can give the explanation. You have to add the source folder, file, destination folder, line number, and all. That is what you have to do for all the 43 items in the legal agreements. So
Okay.
I don't know whether it is 43 because I've run long back. I mean, I've run with multiple branches, so not sure from which branch I have taken this. So you run it as a fresh one, and then you see how many. You keep that report as a backup with you, and then uh, you keep that as a reference, and you find all the things, I mean all the classes, and then you update in that sheet, in this sheet. Okay, a copy of false positive. I
Hmm.
think I shared this only, and I will give you access. This is for legal agreements. Maybe partner also you can add a separate section and then do. You first complete this legal, then we can go with partner. Like we'll see how we can work on that.
Okay.
Same way, the repo name alone you have to change, and then branches same. The repo name give it as partner, and you have to see. First, we can complete legal and make it zero.
Okay.
Again, if you run no, then what? There is a separate process for this. Mm, we have once you done with this, no, like once you add all the details here, what you have to do is we you can inform Kiran, either Kiran or reach out to Lata. I think Lata is not in our timing, so maybe we can reach out to Kiran. What he will do, he will take all the issues. I mean, we have to update this in this sheet. This is the actual sheet for maintaining all the App Store repos.
Okay.
So first you complete this on this and make it as I mean you complete this, and then we can update as a whole in this sheet. Okay, once it is done, we can let Kiran know, so that he there is a separate engine where software where it will once you give this data, no, once you give all the data like this, it will take it up and it will mark all the to verify to non exploitable if it is there in the false positive sheet. Okay, so
Okay.
once that is done, it will be updated automatically in the checkmarks that Jenkins. Then if you run the same with all the parameters, if you run it again, then only you will see that zero result. I mean that medium will be marked now it is currently is 43, right? So
Hmm.
it will become zero. So that is what we our expectation is, like we have to make it zero. And then onwards, like we can follow, like well, there should not be for every deployment. Whenever you deploy from dev to QA, we have to ensure there are no medium issues from our side. This is generic one, like all have their codes and issues, so we can ensure once this is made zero, then we all can take care of it. For now, that's why we have asked for a story to
Okay.
fix all this. Okay, any other doubts you have, you complete this, then we can update in this sheet, and we can tell Kiran to run that, so that it will become zero. That is what we have to do as part of the story for legal as well as for partner agreements.
Okay.
Okay.
Small doubt, Divya. Just we note it the issues, or we need to change the code also.
It depends, Rajender. Like it depends on the issues that we have. We
No,
have to.
what I am asking,
Uh,
there is like
no, in the
uh,
code you need not see if it is false positive. Then you need not touch the code. Like you can just update in the sheet, and that will be updated in that software, so that it will be marked as false positive.
okay,
Mm. And it's not like, since it is a Llama one, I'm just telling, but for other issues and other things and all, no projects and all, no, like if it is not related to Rama, say we are working on some other things, no, and if issue comes, then we have to actually see what is that issue.
okay,
So it's not like just marking false positive. If it is really concerned, then we have to change the code. But I don't think under Llama, I don't think there might be some issues that we need to fix and all. But we have to ensure for each and every um, issues, no, you just see if it is really wanted. See, mostly it will be like this line is without used without checking if a user is authorized and all. And I told you, like in Llama, like most of the thing are automated process, so no user will interact while updating and all. So it is an automated process, so authorization of user and all, it is not needed, so we are marking it as false positive. That is what we are
Oh,
going to do. You can
okay.
search also in it, like what is false positive, why do we do, and what are other kinds. Maybe if you want some more information, you can just Google it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Mhm. Okay. Do you have any other questions, Rajendra?
No, no. Can you ping me that Jenkins link also?
Okay. Okay. That's it, right? I can put this.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Okay, okay, sure. Yeah, thanks, Divya.